Hello, this is Michael for Western Reserve Independent Living Center coming to you with our latest newsletter. WRILC's Independent Living Newsletter, Issue 22-12, December 2022. Western Reserve Independent Living Center, opening doors to independence. In this issue, Section 1. Are we ignoring COVID this holiday season? Section 2. WRILC's Services Update. Section 3. Shopping Tips for a Safe Holiday. Section 4. Monthly Book Recommendation, Tech Corner, Recipe. Section 5. More Holiday Shopping Safety Tips. Section 6. WRILC News and Events. Section 7. Calendar Items for December. Section 1. Are we ignoring COVID this holiday season? By Robin L. Flanagan, AARP, November 16th, 2022. Thoughts of the coronavirus are on the back burner for many as they celebrate. Eric Yanez and his wife Janet of Nashville, Tennessee, are expecting 7 out-of-state family members for Thanksgiving. During the early days of the coronavirus pandemic, Yanez was cautious and only socialized with a small neighborhood bubble. While he still wears a mask sometimes around older people, on airplanes, or when required by a store or venue, this year he has no plans to ask guests about their vaccination status for the holidays. Quote, "I'm not going to be the vaccine police," says the 54-year-old business development manager. "I'm so over COVID." So is a lot of the country. According to a September 2022 Monmouth University poll, just 1 in 3 adults reported they were very likely to get the new bivalent booster that targets the BA4 and BA5 subvariants of Omicron, even though 51% received previous boosters. The same poll also found that only 25% of adults supported social distancing guidelines and wearing face masks. That figure stood at 63% a year ago. Despite that, COVID hasn't disappeared, not by a long stretch. Emerging variants and waning immunity remain a concern this winter. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, noted in early November that COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations in the U.S. had been decreasing, but that decline had slowed. In early November, the CDC was reporting more than 300 U.S. deaths per week from COVID-19. Plus, cold and flu season is off to an earlier start than usual. Of course, there are people who have underlying conditions or special circumstances that make it impossible to forget that COVID still exists. But is the majority of society now entering a new stage where we learn to live more freely with the risk? In an AARP teletown hall on October 21st, White House Coronavirus Response Coordinator Ashish Jha, MD, noted that COVID is no longer front of mind for everyone. He calls this good news. We don't need to be in that same kind of emergency thinking about COVID all the time phase, he said. And if people continue to protect themselves with vaccines and treatments, we can really put COVID behind us. Returning to normal. Many people are putting thoughts of the virus on the back burner as they celebrate the holidays, even though people are still routinely getting sick. Jennifer Bocher, 71, is doing her best to return to what feels normal. The retired reading teacher from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, who is fully vaccinated, stopped wearing a mask, and has visited her unvaccinated daughter in Miami. When her son invited her to his home in California for Thanksgiving with 12 other people, the subject of COVID never even came up. Life is short, Butcher says. I want to spend time with people who are important to me instead of huddling alone. That's more important. Close quote. According to the September Axios Opsis Coronavirus Index, the final release of a poll begun in March 2020, as the first COVID-19 cases swept the nation, just over half of Americans, 57%, reported being concerned about the virus. That's the lowest number measured since the pandemic began. Nearly 2 in 3 say there is a small or no risk in returning to their pre-pandemic lives. But that's not the case for everyone. Beth Cole of Leawood, Kansas, is spending Thanksgiving in Denver with 15 people. One of them is her 84-year-old mother who has health issues, so all guests are required to be vaccinated. What she says sets this holiday apart from the past 2 Thanksgivings is that while continuing to take preventative measures against infection, Cole approaches the subject of COVID-19 with acceptance rather than panic. It's always kind of in the back of our minds, but we can be together without being fearful now, says the former communications and marketing executive, 58, who has been vaccinated 4 times against COVID. Precautions can help. The good news is at this point in the pandemic, almost everybody who is out and about has been vaccinated or has had COVID, so we are entering a time where people generally have had some type of immune exposure and are less likely to get desperately sick if they catch the virus, says Del DeHart, an infectious disease specialist and medical director of the Infection Prevention Department at the University of Michigan Health West in Wyoming, Michigan. DeHart suggests following the latest CDC guidelines, which include recommendations for getting vaccinated and boosted. Also, if you're exhibiting symptoms of COVID, get tested and stay home. The CDC also suggests congregating in well-ventilated areas and opening doors and windows if the weather allows. In addition, the federal agency advises wearing a well-fitting mask over your nose and mouth indoors if you're not fully vaccinated or if you have a weakened immune system. Those who are fully vaccinated should wear a mask indoors in areas with substantial or high COVID-19 transmission rates. But a lot will rely on individual decisions, DeHart says. It's hard that people are going to have to make judgment calls with family gatherings, he says. We need to think about who is particularly vulnerable and how to protect them. Section 3. Shopping Tips for a Safe Holiday. Once Thanksgiving Day is over, finding that perfect gift for everyone on your list often becomes the central focus. And with all the hustle and bustle of the holiday season, this time of year holds many safety concerns for elderly shoppers. Between the threat of online holiday scams and con artists looking for unsuspecting victims, it's essential that you know how to protect yourself with these holiday shopping safety tips. 1. Package theft. It's holiday time, and those UPS and FedEx trucks are everywhere, dropping off boxes of goodies all over the neighborhood. Usually, these drop-offs go as planned. Unfortunately, though, some 23 million customers will have their packages stolen from their doorsteps this year. Don't be one of them. If possible, and especially when ordering something expensive, arrange for a delivery that requires your signature upon receipt. Otherwise, track your order and know when to look out for it so you can bring it inside as quickly as possible after it's dropped off. When sending a gift to someone else via Amazon, consider sending it to an Amazon locker location instead of to the recipient's household. There's no fee for using this service, and this way your gift is safe. 2. Free giveaways. Another one of the most common holiday scams involves advertisements for free gifts, prizes, and merchandise. Although tempting, clicking on these links will install malware on your computer. Many will also try to gain access to your personal information. A popular example of this is an advertisement offering a free vacation, when in reality, it's just a way to trick you into providing your credit card information and joining an expensive vacation club. Whenever you see an advertisement for a free giveaway or vacation, remember this rule of thumb. If the offer seems too good to be true, then it is most likely a scam. 3. Charity cons. Since many view the holidays as a time of giving, scammers use this to their advantage and prey on those who are trying to do good. Common charity cons claim to support veterans, firefighters, police, or victims of natural disasters, but the scammers pocket the donated money for themselves. Although fake charities often appear this time of year, it is still possible for you to give to the less fortunate. Simply research each charity first using Charity Navigator or give.org to make sure you're donating to a legitimate organization. Should you encounter any of these holiday scams, report it to your local law enforcement office and stopfraud.org. Section 4. Monthly Book Recommendation, Tech Corner, Recipe. Book of the Month Recommendation. It's Just Nerves. Notes on a Disability by Kelly Davio. When the body attacks itself, the crisis is not just of bones and blood, but of beauty and boundaries. Strange men have had their hands on me for days, Kelly Davio observes during a plasma treatment. Her skillful portrait of myasthenia gravis does not exist in a vacuum. It's Just Nerves is in keen dialogue with the world around us, critiquing modern healthcare, pub seating etiquette, alarming election outcomes, smarmy meditation culture, and caricatures of illness in ads and on screen. Tech Corner. This small device simply attaches to any pair of eyeglasses and literally changes the way vision or learning disabled can function. It is a wearable artificial vision device for people who are blind or have limited vision and reading or learning disabilities or dyslexia, including seniors with low vision, as well as slow readers at school or in the workplace. A true game changer, Orcam My Eye 2 reader reads all printed material in 3 languages. Because it can read books, newspapers, menus, labels, and so much more, it levels the playing field for so many people affected with reading or vision issues. There are two versions. One for people who have difficulty reading text in any form, and a more intense version for blind people who can use it for a wider variety of purposes, including face recognition. Recipe: Easy Hash Brown Breakfast Casserole. Easy hash brown casserole is perfect for entertaining a crowd or serving up a simple weekend brunch. Made with frozen hash browns, eggs, bacon, and 3 different types of cheese, this savory breakfast casserole can be made in advance and is designed to feed a crowd. Ingredients: 16-ounce bacon, diced. Can also use ham, sausage, veggies, etc. 1 onion, diced. 8 eggs. 1 teaspoon salt. 1 teaspoon black pepper. 1 teaspoon hot sauce, optional. 4 cups frozen hash browns, thawed. 8-ounce sharp cheddar cheese, shredded. 6-ounce Swiss or Gruyere cheese, shredded. 16-ounce small curd cottage cheese, either 4% or 1% is fine. Freshly ground black pepper. Instructions: Preheat oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Grease a 9 by 13 baking dish and set aside. Add bacon to a large skillet and cook over medium heat until nice and crispy. Add onions and cook until translucent. Remove and drain on a paper towel. In a large bowl, whisk together eggs, salt, pepper, and hot sauce. Add hash browns, shredded cheese, cottage cheese, bacon, and onions. Mix until combined. Scoop mixture into prepared baking dish and bake for 35 to 45 minutes or until center is set. Let casserole rest for 5 to 10 minutes before serving. Top with snipped fresh chives if desired. Did you know? December. Back in Roman times, the calendar only had 10 months and began with March. The month of December originally consisted of 30 days. An almanac prediction states that if snow falls on Christmas Day, Easter will be warm, green, and sunny. December 28th is considered by some to be the unluckiest day of the year. Jingle Bells was composed in 1857 and not for Christmas. It was meant to be a Thanksgiving song. Section 5. More shopping tips for a safe holiday. Shop smart. Shop safe. Holiday shopping safety tips. Tip 1. When walking, avoid shortcuts through poorly lit areas. Keep your purse or wallet close by and walk with a group when possible. Tip 2. When parking, park in a well-lit, heavily traveled area. Lock your car, even if only gone a short time. Have your keys out and in hand before you leave the building. Tip 3. Hide those purchases. Never leave purchased items visible in your vehicle. Make frequent trips to your vehicle to lessen your load. Tip 4. Stay low on cash. Carry a minimum amount of cash and use credit cards for your purchases. If you notice irregular activity, call your credit card company immediately. Tip 5. Swinging by the ATM? Be extra cautious when using the ATM machines. Be aware of those around you and cover the keypad when entering the PIN number. Have you tried out the WRTA bus system? Please share any feedback, questions, or concerns with WRILC's Transportation Advocate Carl Clemens at 330-372-3325, extension 108. Section 6. WRILC News and Events. Monthly Online Peer Support. Stress and Anxiety Peer Support Group, Wednesday, December 14th, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Virtual meeting info, https://us02web.zoom.us/j/931-342-9948. Meeting ID 931-342-9948. Phone 646-558-8656. Join us. Independent Living Skills Workshop on Zoom. Fridays, 1 to 2:30 p.m. This month's topics: December 2nd, Healthy Reactions; December 9th, Staying on Course; December 16th, Healthy Communications. Virtual meeting info, https://us02web.zoom.us/883-9157-1881. Meeting ID 883-9157-1881. Passcode 979606. Phone 646-558-8656. Blind and Visually Impaired Support Group will meet on December 9th from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Call our office 330-372-3325 for information to join. Virtual meeting info, https://us02web.zoom.us/j/931-342-9948. Meeting ID 931-342-9948. Phone 646-558-8656. Feel free to share this information and Zoom links with anyone you think will benefit from these programs. For more information, or if you have any questions, call the WRILC office at 330-372-3325 or visit our website www.wrilc.org to find staff members' emails if you wish to reach them that way, or you can use info@wrilc.org. Are you ready for small group in-person events like game day, peer support groups, and workshops? Call the office and let us know. 330-372-3325. WRILC has COVID-19 antigen home tests available to people with disabilities in Trumbull, Mahoning, Ashtabula, and Columbiana counties. Call the WRILC office at 330-372-3325 for more information on how to obtain a free home test. Do you have ideas or topics you would like to see in our newsletter? We are excited to hear from you. Please submit any newsletter topics, ideas, recipes, testimonials, book recommendations, or more to Cindy, SINDIE, at wrilc.org, or call our office at 330-372-3325. Note that we may not be able to use all information that is submitted. We may also hold on to the contribution until it is relevant for future newsletters. Section 7. Calendar items for December. December 3rd, the International Day of Disabled Persons. December 2nd, Healthy Community Living Workshop. Topic: Healthy Reactions. December 9th, Healthy Community Living Workshop. Topic: Staying on Course. December 14th, Stress and Anxiety Peer Support Group, 11 a.m. December 16th, Healthy Community Living Workshop. Topic: Healthy Communications. December 25th, Merry Christmas, office closed. December 31st, Happy New Year, office closed. Happy Holidays from Western Reserve Independent Living Center. Our offices will be closed for winter break beginning December 21st, 2022. We will return on Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023. To join workshops or peer support groups, see newsletter, Facebook, or call in to the office for information to join 330-372-3325. Thank you for taking the time out for our newsletter. Western Reserve ILC is a local 501c3 nonprofit agency servicing the needs of persons with disabilities in Ashtabula, Columbiana, Mahoning, and Trumbull counties. We are a community-based, non-residential agency whose core services are free. If you would like to receive a braille, email, or audio copy of this newsletter each month, please contact us to find out more about becoming a WRILC consumer. You can contact us at 330-372-3325.